This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. I have to say this, and if I didn't mean it any other time out of the 3 years I said it, I'm going to say it now. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live, quit laughing, Coach Jeff, are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Hey, today we're going to have a good show, as we always do, and we thank you guys for always tuning in and hanging out with us. It's all Gina's fault. Everybody say what's up to Gina.
What? I don't do nothing.
No.
I don't do nothing.
Hold on, I'm gonna say this dude for last. What's up, Mo?
Gina, is your fault.
I don't do nothing. I prayed before I came on the show.
Hey, let's everybody say hello. The life coach. The life L-I-F-E coach.
Wait a minute, what's wrong with his hookup? Oh, there he is.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's
His
happening?
glasses off. He ready.
Coach Jeff,
Well, you know, I got to clean my glasses. I got to have the 2020.
Life coach
I
Jeff, what's
bought
good
an
with you?
You know, all is well, and I'm about to see how much more all can well.
And all is well at 7:02.
Yeah.
The views that are expressed. Anyway, we have a great show. We have a great guest today. Yeah. This is something that we haven't even touched on before.
Never.
Different. Very different.
We have a psychic on tonight. Her name is Dina Adams. She is a psychic, and what we're going to do is we're going to dig into the life and find out what's it like on the other side. All right, if I can't say it that way. So everybody, let's give a good Dope Living TV Live welcome to Miss Dina Adams. Hey,
what's up?
It's a pleasure to have you, Dina. You know we're gonna make fun. That's what we do.
Edwin Young, what's going on, man? You need to see this too. All right, so
thanks
Dina,
for having me. Thanks for let me join the party.
Oh, no problem. Dina, so again, thank you for coming to the show. Tell us what a psychic is, first of all. Tell us what a psychic is and does.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I think the connection is
okay. Perfect. And I will tell you from my, because, yeah, sorry. There you guys can cut too.
I know
do us a favor.
Log
off and log back on.
Hello.
If you don't mind.
Can you hear me? See me?
Yeah, log off and come back on. See if you can log off. Well, you know what? This is a different type of show for us. This is something
it is.
Never done. And so it's going to be pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. We're gonna wait for Dina to log off and come back on to see if she can get a better connection. I know she said there's a bad storm brewing out there where she's at.
Yeah, maybe she's in
Are we good?
Colorado.
Can you see me? Hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, can you log off and come back on? Try it again.
Let me
So
put
maybe
it in the chat so she
You
might
hear?
not be able to hear
Do you
it.
guys hear me?
Can you let's see. I'll
put
put
it
it
in
in the
the chat so
chat.
she can see that. Okay, but
She's breaking up really bad.
this is a different type of a show today. So if you the show starts and you get a little uneasy about it, we normally don't suggest people turn off, but if you're not uncomfortable, if you're uncomfortable with it, don't.
It's not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
You know.
But this is something that Gina wanted to do, and we agreed with it to go ahead and make it happen because it's something different. We something we never done before, and we want to see exactly. Number one, when you think about psychics and you talk about psychics and this and that, we see houses with tarot cards and all this stuff, and we drive right past them. We don't believe it. It's like whatever. You know what I mean? It's but evidently it's something that she believes in.
Yeah.
And maybe she can
Well, something that's going to happen tonight, I believe, is that we can get a better understanding of what a tarot reader does, or psychic reader, whatever you want to call it. We'll get a better understanding of exactly what they do.
Right.
And we think back to Cleo,
Call me
that's
now.
That's the only type of psychic thing that I know about. And then what happened?
What did Hunt shake the chicken bones and the turtle?
Off of that one, right?
But here's the twist tonight, okay? Is that our own life coach Jeff?
Take your hand down, bro.
Our own life coach Jeff has said that
he's gonna be the victim. I mean, he's going.
Oh Lord, my man said the victim.
We're gonna try it out. So again, life coach, I'm telling you, if it gets too much, we're gonna stop it.
Yeah.
But here's the question: how do we know it's gonna get? How do we know when too much is too much?
You know what? I kind of think
right?
I think if anything went in a way where it would kind of seem like it was not to my liking, I think then it would just be like, if it made me I'll say when to cut it.
Okay, Dina, you back?
Can you hear us, Dina?
If the gods allow it to happen.
Yes. Now we can
sound.
Can you hear us, Dina? Take off of mute. Take your mic off of mute.
Hey man, while we're getting this together, man, look, had opportunity to stop by. I think Jeff did. I think Gina did. Had a chance to stop by. Brown Skin Coffee.
I was there today.
Huh?
I was there today. My
sister
dropped in all the way from Joliet. She came all the way from Joliet, and she wanted to try out Brown Skin Coffee, and she absolutely loved it. My sister said she will be back.
There you go. Brown Skin Coffee. Shout out Shayna Tate for her business.
Yeah.
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be like, all right, Dina, we're back with you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's a delay, so we'll compensate for the delay. Okay, so we first of all, please tell us what a psychic is and what a psychic does.
Darn. I'm sorry.
I'm beginning to doubt your skills, girl.
I can tell you from my perspective. What that
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm playing.
So
she's gonna need a direct connection. Her Wi-Fi is horrible.
So I'm hearing. I don't know. I'm not hearing you guys. What I do is.
Now she's back on mute.
Went back on mute.
You're back on mute. I don't know what happened. How I jumped on mute.
Cards. It's in the cards, Gina.
Okay, don't know what's on here. Technology.
Do you have another device you can use?
That's good.
Perhaps
Yeah,
a cell phone.
Completely frozen.
do you have a
Are we
telephone?
together again or not?
No.
Facebook, would that make it better?
Can you
turn the video off?
Can you go on a phone,
You guys are
another
cutting
phone,
out.
or maybe another device?
Yeah, another device like your cell phone. That might be a little bit better for you.
Or just stop the video. She just be able to talk.
Or maybe we should reach back out to Miss Cleo. She might be able to help.
Oh, Lord.
Stop. Why don't you try your phone, Dina?
Okay.
Yeah.
She got the joke. She got the joke later. But
So, so you guys heading out.
Let
Gina,
me put it in.
Gina, inbox or something, okay?
Tell her if she does anything, tell her to take the video off. It may be using up too much bandwidth on the Wi-Fi.
Well, she says that she's got a storm, but this is interesting because this don't happen on Dope Living TV Live like this.
No, not those disconnections.
Yeah.
What you say, bro?
Did you see how it automatically went to mute while she was talking?
Yeah.
Yes. It's like, sure. This is
yeah.
Now, not to discredit Dina, okay? I mean, we joke about her because we don't know anything about her. Not to discredit her, and we'd love for her to go ahead and use her her lab test partner, Coach Jeff Relaford.
Lab test.
See if it's going to work out.
Oh man.
Okay, let's see what we get. She coming back on, y'all. Let's see.
Okay,
I think we got it this time. Yeah, we do.
Woo. Okay, that's clear. That's what we talking about.
Dina,
Is this better?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Much
Oh,
better.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm scared now.
I'm not hearing you guys.
What the heck? You can't hear us?
Turn up your volume. Tell us to turn up your volume.
She may not have her mic on her phone.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm not hearing you. I'm sorry.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we
clear.
can hear you.
Check your. What am I talking about?
Microphone.
Send her a note.
Tell her check her microphone.
Okay.
I mean, not a microphone, but her volume.
Gina, she has a Facebook page. Inbox her on the Facebook page. Maybe she'll answer that too. All right. But as we continue to try to do this show, what Coach? Hey, Marilyn, what's going on? We hear her. Yes, we don't hear. She doesn't hear us. So, Coach, I mean, what would you? What would trigger you to say, well, hey, let's stop this now?
I think if it just got a little too
personal.
I don't know how to do. Maybe too personal. I don't know. Everybody has their own limit of personal. Y'all know me, man. My life an open book. Y'all already know. You know what I mean when it comes to certain stuff. I guess if it got deep on the level where it's like, oh shit, hold on, I didn't know this. Hold on, you know what I mean? Something like that. I guess.
Damn brakes. Hold on.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I guess to really answer your question, Doug, I wouldn't know until that happened. Real talk. Right. I wouldn't know until it happens.
But before the show started, she briefly said something that was right on point,
and she did. And I want to let y'all know who listening, if y'all listening right now, that's the reason why I agreed to do it. That because if she didn't say something that was spot on, it'd be different. You know what I mean? You hear a lot of people who say they prophesying and they be prophesying over your life. Right. You know what I mean? So it was one of them where she said something, it was spot on. So
Now, Gina, as you're the one that got this. She's talking to our guest. Yeah. But Gina was the one that got this, and I'm curious as to why Gina wanted to act. Because this is out of the blue. We've never done this before, and I honestly I had no intent. This wasn't.
I think the closest thing we had was that poetry that time.
It wasn't no more. Yeah, that was something.
I'm talking about
what happened with the poetry.
Was you there?
I don't think Jeff was working
a cult, dude.
Really?
Yes. Yes,
oh man. Okay.
Yeah, we sit over here going like this.
What's up, Jamia? Jamia
Glad
says,
I wasn't
good
in the
evening. Okay, Jamia, you're right. That's that Alfred Hitchcock shit, okay? we own that tonight, all right?
Alfred Hitchcock.
It's different. I've seen people, you know, they go to the circus and all this stuff, and they got these psychics there. So I'm thinking it's a sideshow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People actually believe that people can actually go into their minds and draw things out that they probably never knew themselves. And I don't know, man. I'm not a believer. And
you know what it reminds me of, dog?
What's that?
Hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
You know how kind of like you get around them guys and they just knock you out, and then you're doing some off the wall crazy stuff. It kind of put me in the mindset of that a little bit. What was you gonna say?
Do you believe that really happens? They knock you out. Come on.
Have you ever been hypnotized, Jeff?
No, I've always wanted to be. I want to see if it worked and somebody witnessed it.
I know somebody who did, and they said they have never felt the same way.
So
it's like, you know,
in a bad way.
Yeah, actually, I went to
interesting.
There was somebody who does hypnosis, and they said that there's something that you have to do to bring the person out of it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then pretty much they have you under that. I'm gonna call it spell, for lack of a better word. They have you under that spell until they take you out of that hypnosis.
Oh, I ain't got time for that mess then.
See, I'm not gonna mess with that.
I'm not messing with either. Dina, can you hear us?
She still doesn't hear us.
What did you tell her, Gina? Because she went back
She
to
went
the
in through YouTube.
Huh?
She went in through YouTube.
You should have her go back to the phone, which was the most clearest. Okay, that was the
I
clearest.
did tell her to go through the phone through YouTube.
I don't know. I mean, it's like boo
boo. Stop it. Stop
let me.
Yeah, get back with her.
I'm telling you.
All right.
The video's using up bandwidth.
Yeah.
Trying this again.
Can you hear us, Dina?
Hello.
Hey.
Dina's calling her now. Okay, so we'll I'm gonna mute her out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that extreme lag, yo. Yeah.
Drop the video and let it just go audio only.
I'm just telling you, this is very interesting. It's just
Yeah.
It's interesting, Jeff, that this is happening like this.
Now listen, y'all. We have gone a whole 17, almost 18 minutes, people, and we have had technical difficulties on this show.
God is trying to tell you something. Back up.
Hey, Marilyn said, "This ain't the
day." Ain't that right? Cuz this ain't the day.
Ooh.
Shoot.
Right.
Like I'm telling y'all, man, this is just very interesting.
It's very something.
It's very something. And like I said, she said something about me that was spot on, that these guys try to tell me all the time. And multiple people tell me. You know what I mean? So and just to let y'all know, it wasn't nothing major or crazy. Okay. Right. It was just something very general.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? With her not knowing me, and you know, me meeting her for the first time, for her to say that, you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, Jeff, but if I press a button and Gomez Adams come up on this joint, man.
This
But let me just say this, because this is really crazy.
Yes,
when we were backstage, we didn't have any problems.
None.
None.
No problem.
When we were backstage, we were backstage since 6:30. Since 6:30, we were backstage talking to Dina, and as soon as we came on, poof.
Pow. Yeah.
Well.
So
what's she gonna do?
Well, she's gonna try on her phone again. I told her to go into her settings and make sure she has the phone on and not a Bluetooth or the speaker.
Right.
I know Marilyn over there cracking up.
Maybe
she is.
I know she is.
She got the cards on the table and stuff. Maybe she should take the cards and stack them up and put them.
Hey, Jamia, we haven't seen her in a minute.
Maybe shuffle them.
Jamia Steele.
Yeah, she already said good evening.
It's not even October either.
It's about to be October today.
Marilyn said maybe this is not the day, and she's not the one.
And Brent, what was his name? The all of them old school, man. If all of that shit start coming out, I'm cussing today for real.
I'm just gonna do one of these numbers right here.
Oh, Mo, exactly. I ain't done the camera in a minute, Mo.
I'll be with you.
We're gonna leave Gina all by herself.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You can't.
Because after the little microwaves and all of that stuff go through.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
You ain't seeing my face. Oh, that
Lord have mercy.
Now my lights are plugged in.
Have mercy.
It's not gonna be like before. My lights went out naturally. They plugged in today.
Oh
man. But honestly, man.
I think she's back.
No, that's not. No. Oh, yeah, she is. Okay, let's try this again.
Let's try it.
Dina,
21 minutes and counting.
We see you, Dina. Can you hear us?
Oh no.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
She has 2 devices on.
You got to turn one off.
Turn the Facebook one off. There you go.
Can you hear us? Can't hear us.
Are you guys there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear. Ella said you are. Yes, Ella. It's a madhouse here.
Mo gone.
I don't know what to do. Marilyn says, "What in the Missouri y'all trying to do?"
We are trying to have a show.
We're trying to have a show. So Dina, I'll tell you this. Here we go. What's up, Angie? Tell you what. Do this. If you can hear us on any device you got, or if the spirits are telling you, just go ahead and talk about what you do.
Are we good? Can you hear me?
I guess not. Go ahead and talk about what you do. And okay, I'm gonna let you get black out right there. Let me kick this one from. Oh, I see why. Let me kick that from the studio. Dina Sounds will be removed from the studio if you don't want to prevent the person doing it again. Kick the guest. All right, she gone.
Ella,
right.
We can't reschedule this. We doing this today.
Ella, this is a one-time only, y'all.
We doing this today.
We ain't doing this again. You know what? Damn all of that, man. Look,
Ella, there is no redo for this one.
Can't redo
damn
this.
all of that. Here we go. I'm gonna be the psychic.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Greg.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Gina just muted out.
Mo is gone. I'm the only one here.
Here we go again. We're gonna try this again, y'all.
Okay.
Dina. Now she's on mute. Unmute yourself.
I think she talking to Gina. I think that's what kind of got it kicked out. That's why it's stuck.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll come back.
We'll see.
When she get off. There it is.
Oh, she wasn't talking to me when she got kicked out.
Oh, okay.
Now we can't hear her.
Now we can't hear you.
Okay, now we can't hear you.
Can you
hear
us?
I think I read her lips. Yes. I think she can't hear us.
Move a neck bone or something. I mean, can you hear her?
I'm gonna text her.
Yeah, text her. Ella said reschedule her. No, Ella, we ain't rescheduling. This is probably one of the best shows we've had in a while. Right now. But Gina, get her on. At least we're at 7:23 right now. We good, but get her on, all right?
Okay, I'm gonna pop off for a minute and see what I can do.
All right, both of y'all pop off. Let's pop her off too.
Okay.
Let me get her on. Move her right there. So yeah, life coach, I can't wait to see what your life coach moment gonna be about today, boy.
Shoot, this might be the whole damn moment.
It might be the whole damn moment. But I've always I've never been intrigued with this. I've never been, like I told you before the show started.
Yeah,
I'm not a believer, but I would love for Dina to
explain it,
give us the basis, explain it. I think, because she does this professionally.
Right, I can remember back in the day when the other, what was the lady name that used to come on, Miss
Cleo.
Miss Cleo. I can remember that, and I used to say, you got to be kidding. I used to be all, like, what the heck? I didn't believe in that, kind of thing. But I would like to see how she would explain how they do medium and readings and stuff like that. Do they go off of cues from you, from your life, or and then read into what you're getting from those cues?
I don't know.
How does that work?
She don't know Jeff from a can of paint, okay? But she
didn't know me.
That was all Jeff, okay? Seriously. Ella said, didn't the psychic see this happening?
Ella, you a fool. That's funny.
Auntie Ella, you better stop it.
Oh, we ain't no good on this show.
Ella, that's an interesting question.
Very interesting question.
I'm through, y'all.
Come back on. We're gonna ask her. Did you not see this happen?
No, you not.
Mo, you know who I am. It's like we'll ask her that.
It's like, why didn't they tell you? Why didn't somebody tell you?
I don't know, but back to the serious. I mean, I've always been interested in this for that reason.
I have too. I will say this. I am a believer in when people summon in different, spirits, things like I am a believer in that. You know what I mean? It's too much evidence out there that proves that it is real. You know what I mean? So I believe in that portion. I just don't know how it's done. Like you said, Mo, you would want to know how it goes down. Yeah, that's what I'm more interested in.
How you cross over from this realm to the next realm and get what you get.
You exactly have me to a point, because like I said, I am not a believer, in psychic. All right. I believe psyche, but not psychic. Kay Johnson says, I know and love Dina. This is totally crazy. I wish you could get to know her too. Maybe soon. Hey, Kay, we joke. That's what we do, okay? But the thing is, no disrespect to Dina. We're talking about the craft, not Dina herself.
Yes.
Because
she seemed like an okay person. She seemed cool, talking to her, everything like that.
Through. And Gina's hopefully get her on there.
Technical difficulties.
Marilyn said there's real and there's fake, okay? And we're not saying anything. Like I said, again, we put the disclaimer at the beginning of the show because we don't know anything about it, so we can't associate ourselves with this particular crap, say. But again, we at DopelivenTV, we want to give everyone, each and every person, an opportunity to share their journey. Dina has a journey. She wants to tell us about how she got into this and what it really is.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's try her again. Here she is. And Kay Johnson, thank you for understanding what we're saying. Again, we have no disrespect whatsoever. I'm a comedian. That's what I do. I make people laugh. All right. And the other guys are there to entertain as well. Dina, can you hear us? Not at all. Dina. Hello?
Okay, can we hear her?
No, she can't hear us.
She can hear us.
Because I was trying to walk her through it, but she dropped off the line.
She can't hear us. She's on the phone with you again, Jen. She waiting on you.
She's calling you again.
I'm not getting any calls.
Well, she said, hold on. She might be getting a regular call.
Gina, what we may have at 7:28, 7:30, we might have to reschedule for real. Because I really want to understand her craft. We've joked a lot and had a good time with the laughter part of it, but we really need to want to understand what this is about. Jeff volunteered to let her do a reading with him. She does not do palm readings, she said. She reads the cards and organically, she can tell. And I don't know how they do it. Like I said, maybe it's a spirit thing. Maybe I don't know. Me personally, I don't believe in that, but I'm open-minded. If I see something that happened, because it piqued my curiosity at the beginning of the show, before the show started.
Yeah.
That little bit, and again, nothing was wrong with the feed then. All right. Ella said, Gina, you weren't here. She said, didn't she see this coming?
I don't think she's that kind of, I don't know. People call them, some people say a lot of different things and call them a lot of different things, but I think the definitions are different, because as I was telling you guys, there was a young lady that I worked with that told me in a roundabout way that there was something devastating going to happen to my late husband. And it did, but Other people said she practiced voodoo, so I didn't really want to talk to her about it, but all she kept saying was she did not want to tell me what was about to happen. This happened in October and November. January, my late husband was diagnosed.
Can you guys
with
hear me?
Oh, there she is.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you. Can you hear us? She still can't hear us. Can you hear us, Dina? I'm not sure why she can't hear us.
I don't understand. Why don't you roll to her crib right quick and
I think she's in Colorado or Denver or somewhere. I know she's out on the West Coast.
Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm trying it without the video.
Yes,
we can hear you.
Hear us.
She can't hear us for some reason.
So it's 5:30 over there.
Hello.
Man, that's weird, yo.
And she had no problems earlier. 6:30 to 7.
Yeah.
None. She heard all of us.
Because normally
clear, there was no issues.
Because normally what happens with StreamYard,
you
we
guys
just
were
can't hear the other person.
During that, you guys.
Could she hear us?
What
There
part
was
of
a
Colorado? She can run by and check on my Airbnb for me.
Wow.
Hey, Dina.
Okay.
Hey, Gina, here's one more thing we could do. Can you look? Give me her number. I'll call her and I'll put her on the phone.
Okay.
You know I got my Bluetooth thing here.
How's that going to help?
Well, what'll happen is we'll be able to hear her.
To his phone,
We'll be able to hear her through the.
Yeah.
I should be able to put it on the stream if she calls my phone.
Give her Jeff's number.
Oh,
Dina, Dina, can you
want
hear
her
her?
to call Jeff's phone?
I can hear you.
She can hear us and we can hear her.
Awesome.
That's what I was saying. My friends were sending me messages saying, just cut your video and you can do the audio.
Well, we're
so
here.
You guys can hear me.
Yes.
Cool,
we hear you.
Yay. Sorry about that.
That's
It
okay.
only took 32 minutes.
That's okay. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in. Okay. We're gonna get it in real quick, Dina. Tell us what a psychic does, and tell us what a psychic does.
Okay. Well, I cannot speak for every psychic, as I was starting to say. I can tell you what I do and what my journey was and why I started doing that, if you want. Cool. A psychic basically is somebody that is just really worked their intuitive muscle. To give you a short answer, all of us are intuitive. We all have, like Gina was talking about, that mother's instinct, right? We know that. How many times have several people you are thinking of a friend and they end up calling you, you know, that kind of thing. But not everybody that's intuitive necessarily wants to be a psychic. This is my calling. This is what I've been working on. I've been a card reader, which is, and I align with angels. You know, they're kind of my guide. I'm really in tune with that energy, so to speak. And so that was kind of like the gateway. And I was afraid of that word psychic. We were joking about it, but it's true. I didn't want anybody to associate me with any kind of, I'm crazy, but not in that kind of way. I'm in a fun crazy. You know, I'm not Madame Cleo. I'm not, you know, I don't wear a turban and have a crystal ball. It's not what you see in movies or TVs. Also, I'm not like, you know, anything that might be considered evil, or even, to be honest with you, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious, but I'm open to all religions. Everybody has their own path.
So no
I want everybody to feel comfortable. My goal is to take the fear out of spirituality, the fear out of going to a psychic, because a psychic is like a counselor that is just going to help you get in touch with your life purpose, maybe, or maybe if you're struggling with something and you don't know what's going on. Past life experiences sometimes come into that, but it's a practical approach that I have about, you know, hey, let's do a meditation. Let's do a grounding. Let's kind of, you know, take pause and look into what might be blocking you. Maybe are you always running into a problem where you're in these toxic relationships over and over again? It's a pattern. Is there jobs that you just keep getting that you're not satisfied with? Finance things. So it could be, every reading I do is unique to the individual, and the tools that I use can be unique as well. If somebody really doesn't want to go deep into like the whole aura reading, they just want a simple card reading, that's fine. If somebody's like, oh, the cards kind of freak me out, let's just talk. Let me talk about what I see in your aura. that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
It does. Look, real quick, Angie says, I had a psychic read my palm and tell me I was going to get married. This was the furthest thing from my mind at the time, but it did happen, and she was him. All right. Look, real quick, it's Dina, right? Not Dinah?
Yes, Dina. It's Dina.
Dina. Life Coach Jeff has volunteered to at least let you try to do this right here, okay? So we're going to set up at the top row, let you take it.
Okay, perfect. So, Jeff, we talked a little bit. The first card I pulled for you was from my Archangel Michael deck, and it talked a little bit about prioritize self-care, and we talked about that very briefly. But kind of delving in deeper, I see that you're a caregiver yourself, and sometimes the caregivers are the worst at taking care of themselves, honestly.
Very true.
So that's part of it.
Okay.
But what can you do to kind of maybe get that self-care? Like, you're kind of already aware, and it sounds like other people are aware that, hey, we've been telling you this, you need to do this. So I'm going to just kind of delve into another angel card here and see if we can get a little more clarity. I'm asking my spirit guides to join me and yours. And by the way, like I said, I'm open to all religious, all beliefs. I've had readings for people that or I've done readings, I should say, for people that are hardcore Christian or that are atheist or anything in between. It's really about the energy that we have within us and whatever higher power you want to call on or spirit guide.
Definitely.
You're welcome to join us.
Because I believe in God. G-O-D.
Yes. Oh yeah. And this, our gifts come from God. So this is all of it is not again, it's different, it's new. In some ways, but it's also an ancient art. It's just new that people are now opening up and finding it acceptable, I should say.
Okay.
So what I got here after the prioritize the self-care is I got a card that talks about justice. And that sometimes it could mean exactly what it is. It could be very literal. It could be about an upcoming court case, something like that. But I'm getting this more kind of metaphorically, either a fear of judgment, something that you've had in the past of fearing that people are going to judge you, like you have to be the caretaker, or what are they going to think of me? If I put myself first, what's going to happen? You want to be in control. I see Greg over there trying not to laugh.
No, that's not it.
Okay. And then the next card I get is an Emperor. And this is Archangel Michael as well.
Okay.
It's also talking about, let me think for a second. Just give me a pause. I know it's hard when you can't see me, but organizing, logic and self-discipline are coming into this. Leadership. Michael's really an angel that a lot of people go to. He's really the most accessible archangel of all the archangels. The name Michael means friend of God. So he's like really close to God. I see him as a guide for you because Michael himself is like the protector, right? So meditating. Okay, this just came to me. This isn't even a card thing. I'm getting like something having to do with water. That it could be a relief for you. Like, okay, maybe you do need to get away on a little retreat. Maybe you need to be somewhere near a body of water. Okay. Maybe that's going to the beach. Maybe it's just going to a lake. Maybe it's just having a nature walk and just taking that moment. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be like this huge thing, but just to take a moment for self-priority.
Maybe it's just taking a bath.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, that's true. I've given that advice to some people. It's like, take a salt bath, do something with Epsom salts, do something with grounding. Okay. Just take that moment for yourself to kind of ground and get centered.
Okay.
Any like questions or anything further than that? That's just kind
of. Let me break it right there. There. So Jeff.
Yeah.
Hearing what she said, because she said I was. She saw me laughing, but it wasn't me laughing. It was smiling because I heard some things that were similar to Jeff.
Yes. So there are definitely some things I would say that are similar to me. Yes, I do kind of like, I don't know. You said the justice thing can be metaphorically. I don't like when people do other people wrong. You know what I mean? I don't like it when people do me wrong, especially. You know what I mean? I'm not more so the person. It takes a lot for me to get to that point when I go ahead and I tell somebody something. I can take a lot. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Until it kind of just happens. Blows over, spills over. What's up?
She said something about you being a leader and you don't want to fail or let the people around you see.
Yes. Now that was pretty deep, because it's not okay, let me say it like this, y'all. It's not a fear of like failing, but I want to do a good job.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I want to do a good job.
Perfectionist in you as well.
Yeah, and I want to make sure when I do it, I'm doing it at my highest level. You know, it's kind of like, for instance, like the job I work. I know how to do different aspects of the job that make the flow better. And it upsets me when I try to offer help to people, and then it's just like, okay, I see the big picture and what's going to help everybody, but everybody else doesn't care. So then we deal with issues, problems, and everything, and it all could have been avoided. You know what I mean?
I got it. And I'm just kind of, as you're talking, I'm pulling another card, and I got another angel, Archangel Sandalphon, that talks about gifts from God. So what I'm getting the image is, you've got this gift and you're trying to give these people this gift. And what they're doing is they're like blocking it, going, no, I don't want that gift. And that can be really frustrating because like you said, you see that picture. So the key takeaway here, I think, is, you know, you can only do so much. You know, you've got to learn to just kind of step back and let it go, because everybody has free will. And we're all here for a reason, and you obviously are here for a reason to help people. And I'm getting that was a past life thing, and we, you know, whether you believe in past lives or not, that's kind of the energy I'm getting, that you've always been in that role of a caregiver. And in some cases, it may have led to tragedy where you were really trying to help someone do something. They wouldn't listen to you, something catastrophic, maybe drowning. I don't know why I just said that, but that could be somebody just, they didn't get on the boat. This could be metaphorically, or it could be literally, that you're trying to,
like they didn't get on board with what I was saying.
Yeah. And so a lot of times what I find, because I do go into, and I know we don't have a lot of time, this whole technology thing, I go into what is called Akashic Records, which is clues about our life now that may have been related to the past. And what we can do to heal and move on from that. But really, it's just taking time to recognize that this is who you are. The angels are seeing who you are. You've got this great gift, you know, and people are going to benefit from that. What you've got to remember is that you can't just save the world, although you want to.
And that is what people tell me all the time.
Okay, but let's hold on there for a second, okay?
Sure.
This is me, because I'm that guy that's gonna try to break some stuff down.
Got it.
How much? Okay, when you turn these cards over, okay. Do the cards mean the same thing for everybody? Are these general cards? I mean, how much of that is I'll say
general information?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a roadmap. And it was like I was saying, I think earlier when we were backstage, for me with the cards, they are designed where they have, you know, even the tarot cards. This means this means that, blah, blah, blah. And it also, sometimes, depending on how complicated of a reading could, card might change meaning depending on what the other card is before or after that kind of thing. The way they work for me, though, is they're a trigger. I will look at it. I know the meaning behind it. But then I'm getting other things from divine guidance of, well, in this case, what this reminds me of is this, because everything that I just told you, Jeff, did not actually come from that one card. You know, I did see a justice card, but I'm looking at it more as, this isn't a court case. This isn't a literal thing. This is his fear of judgment. So it's a roadmap. It's a slight guide, but it isn't, you know, everybody. And I also believe that everybody has their own destiny to follow. So I'm not going to say, this is your future, this is how it's going to be. I'm not that type of a psychic either. I'm going to give you options and guides. And it's almost like I'm playing telephone operator, you know. I know young people don't even know what an operator is, so I won't go there, but I'm getting the message and I'm conveying it, but I'm also picking up on other details, not just what the card is a reflection. It's used as a tool for me to kind of help me tune in with what my divine guidance is wanting me to let the other person know. Does that make sense?
This is very interesting, because I actually want more of that. I want to see how long we can go with this.
But you want to do more? You want to do your life coach moment?
It's whatever you guys want to do.
You know, let's roll this through real quick.
Okay.
Let's just roll this through. I won't do the moment because I kind of want to continue this real quick. Is that okay with y'all?
That's okay.
Y'all cool with that? Okay, let me see this. Okay, so another thing I look is purpose. I know I'm walking in my purpose. You know what I mean? That part I do know.
Right.
But I guess a lot of it for me is, how can I put it? It's developing slowly. You know what I mean? And as I go through these different parts and everything like that, it's starting to develop. And now that I'm doing a few more things, more stuff is happening. So sometimes I often wonder, okay, am I still moving down the right path? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just keep going, you know what I mean? And I see some stuff open up, but I still question that at times. You know what I mean?
I got it. Yeah. I know what you're saying. First of all, you know, we talked about, you know, can somebody have a general reading with everybody? And all of us are connected. And what I have found a lot of people have in common this year specifically has been a growth opportunity for a lot of us. We have, you know, we've come out of the pandemic where everybody just kind of felt like we were stuck. You know, we were stuck in mud. And what I have found, it's as this synchronicity of so many people that are like, I know I'm on the right path, but I just haven't been able to move forward. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to break up. And I see that for you too. The path is there and you're correct, but it's going to start moving a lot quickly for everybody, and you included. So that is one thing that is kind of general that is going on with all of us. But I did, I am going to pull a card specifically for you and see if we can get more guidance on that specifically.
So while you're pulling that card, okay, I mean, you're very articulate what you're saying, okay, but a lot of people on in the audience are not believing this, okay? And I you know, it to me, it seems kind of odd to me. I just keep it, you know, a buck with you. It seems kind of odd. And it seems that the cards that you're pulling are general. I'm not discrediting you. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm just expressing my opinion.
Right. I get it. And the cards they're meant to be general because I'm giving readings to lots of people. So what I get unique with is what the messages that I get and kind of go in a little bit. And it is different, you know, when you kind of are put in a spot like this. I'll be honest with you guys. Like I had an opportunity to be a reader for a metaphysical place, right? And they wanted to have a reading. Well, when somebody comes to me with wanting a reading that's just going to be like, prove it to me. To me. I'm not a magician, you know, and I'm not a sideshow type thing. So I get what you're saying. I understand. But when you come into a reading with a mind, if you have an open mind and you're ready to accept a lot of things, I don't even understand what I'm telling you. But later on, like, for example, for you, Jeff, there might be something that go off in your mind later on going, oh, you know what? That reminds me of this. And I know when I'm right on, when I get goosebumps. So if I'm giving somebody a message and I feel those little goosebumps and I know that I'm conveying it the right way, even if the person I'm giving the reading is like, no, I don't get it. It's not surprising that, you know, a couple of days later, they're like, oh, you know what? Now I get what you mean. I was talking about this or that. But I wish I could show you guys these cards. You know, I know we don't have the video, but the card that I pulled is the way forward is open. So when I was talking to you about how the path is going to be open and further to go, now I've got that card that just kind of verifies it, right? So,
so that's more so with the growth, the opportunity, different stuff of that nature.
Yeah, it's going to pick up, and you know, and honestly, I'm getting like around 3 months. I'm seeing the number 3. That there's going to be maybe more added, or you're just going to be in a better spot where you'll be able to be more accepting of other duties, or not duties, responsibilities, more the word, or other opportunities that might come up, but it's still going to be within your wheelhouse. Okay. It's just something added on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's in alignment with where I'm trying to go, pretty much.
Right. Okay. Exactly.
Jenny, you had a question.
Yeah, Dina, I wanted to know if, say, for instance, you were to sit with Jeff for 2 hours, would you be able to get more detailed about some of the things that you're talking about now?
Oh, yeah. And I mean, honestly, it wouldn't even take 2 hours. If we had an hour, I could do an aura reading.
Yeah, we had an hour.
Not really.
when I want to do in one-on-one, it really has to be that way because I really have to get in tune with that. Now, my cards I've been doing for 20 years, so I can do them on the fly. I've even met people at like busy coffee shops and been able to do accurate readings with that. But when I do an aura reading, it's a one-on-one Zoom usually, where I can just really tune into your energy, guided meditations. And, if you do not believe in the readings, if you don't believe in any of that, the one thing that I can benefit people with is being able to ground their energy and being able to get some kind of, even just a peaceful moment to because there's so much going on in our world these days. So, and we're all so busy that we forget to ground ourselves. And some people may not even know what I'm talking about when I say that. You just kind of, you got a lot of things going on, which Jeff, honestly, I think that would be good for you too. Cause I know you said you got things going on. And one of the things to do besides getting in touch with nature, the water that I talked about is, and honestly, guys, if you want to do it now, it's only, and everybody who's listening can do this. It's like a 2 to 3 minute grounding exercise. And I'm going to give you a demo. Are you guys ready? Are you up for this?
Yeah.
Everybody on board? Yeah. Okay. Myself included, right? Because I got all frustrated because of this whole technology thing. So I am doing this for myself as much as anything. So we're just going to close our eyes and take a nice deep breath. Take 3 deep breaths all together. And on the third breath, as you exhale, I want you to feel your feet firmly planted on the ground, on the floor. But envision that there are roots coming out of your feet, much like a tree. And these roots are going to go into the floor, into the ground. You're just going to picture how it would feel like, what the temperature feels like as it goes into the coolness of the earth. And going all the way down until you're in the warmth, the core of the earth, literally. Just being connected to Mother Earth and feeling the energy, the nutrients, like a tree gets the nutrients from the earth, you're going to feel that come up. But you're also going to just let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of any worries, let go of concerns. Just take that down into that grounding. Let it go through your legs, through your feet, all the way down to the ground. And the earth is going to neutralize that. So don't be afraid about giving anything negative or nasty to the earth, because the earth is just going to neutralize it. And now feel that healing energy come in through those roots, feeding you, going through your feet, going through your whole body. A sense of calm, relaxation. And like a tree, you're going to reach picture it above your head like a light coming in. This could be your higher power, source, God, universe, however you imagine. But this beautiful light is pouring down in through, like it's called your crown chakra, the top of your head. It's pouring down into your body. And there's just kind of like a flush now. Kind of picture this like when you are having, what is it I want to call a transfusion. So the bad energy is going out, the good energy is coming in, and it's just your conduit between earth and sky. And just take that in for a moment and just breathe. Feel connected to earth, feel connected to your higher power. Be present, be in the moment. And when you feel like you're complete, just bring those roots back up into your feet. Another deep breath. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes.
Greg, I heard you snoring.
I didn't do it at all. I didn't do it at all.
Now, I'll tell you what, it works much better to literally be outside. I love doing this outside, even standing by a tree or something, now that it's spring and summer.
Oh, it was Mo.
So how did you guys feel? Well, before that, Mo, you had a question.
Oh, man, I don't. and I went away.
How did you guys feel doing this?
Well, I mean, I get that part because part of meditation is the same way.
Yeah, it is. I was feeling the same way.
It's the same
like
way.
meditation.
You let it out and you let it go, and you receive the light. It's meditation's the same way.
It's pretty basic, yeah, and that's what it is. But a lot of times we forget to just take that moment, and that's what I do when I'm reading. Oh, you got it?
Why y'all feeling like trees?
Stop it! All right.
Feeling like trees.
My question is, can another psychic get the same reading from the cards?
Possibly. They might have a different twist on it. It's just like, somebody tells you a story and you relay that story. It might be a little bit different on what you emphasize than what the other person does.
Okay, so that's a good point. So when at the beginning you say something that may pique an interest in the person that you're giving the reading to, that person may say something, go, wow, this blah blah blah, because this and that. Is that how you do it? Is it more of a counseling type thing? Because you're feeding off of the information that the subject gives you. Is that really psychic, or is that just like you're feeding off that information and you're giving that person a sense of security with you because you're rolling with what he says as well? What if that person just doesn't say anything?
Okay, does that feel like there's like 3 different questions there, but but yeah, I mean, it's both, right? It's a demonstration of my readings is practical. It is conversational. And it's my purpose for doing that is because I do readings for people that may have never had a reading and they're afraid of it. So I want to make them feel comfortable. I want to make them feel at ease. Everybody's style of reading is going to be different. One psychic's going to be different than the other. But the cards, yes, they're basically the same and they might trigger the same conversation. So it is part of that, but it's also my gift, the psychic ability that tunes into some of that as well. So it's a little of both, basically, if that makes sense.
So Dina,
how much is a 1 hour Zoom session? What are you talking about?
Oh,
she's asking about her reading.
Yeah. So all of my website is Wisdom of Shadow and Light.
Okay.
.net. I have a breakdown of the cost of that, of everything that you can go to, and if you have just questions about it as well, my email's on there as well.
You said Wisdom of Shadow and what?
Wisdom of Shadow and Light. My goal is to take people out. Yeah, .net. I'm sorry. Wisdom of Shadow and Light.net. I picked that name because my goal is to help people, get out of the shadows to find their light, basically.
Dina, have you ever had a session where it was something negative that you felt or saw? And if so, would you tell that individual?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't like what you were talking about. And here's the thing. I've done a lot of classes too about entities and things like that. And they don't, I always protect myself. I always protect whoever I'm reading. I have angels all around us. I'll do the sage and all of that. But there are, sometimes there's going to be something that I might be more of a precaution, like, you want to look out for this, because I do not believe that our destinies are etched in stone. I believe we make our own choices. So I might see something that might be dark and shadowy, and let's help clear it out. I do activations to help clear that out. We can do actually clear houses too with smudging and things like that. We can delve in pretty deep with that, but I don't forecast a future like what we were talking about before. That's not me. And I don't believe in houses. Yeah, the house clearing, like as in like if there's negative energy, like
metaphorical exorcism.
Not exorcism. No.
I do that every time I purchase a home that I move into. I have my pastor come out and bless every corner of my house.
I pass gas. Just in the corner.
And see, that's why you need your house blessed.
Oh Lord, this man.
We're talking with Dina Adams. She's a psychic. We've been talking with Dina Adams. She's a psychic. Dina, it's time for us to go, but let's take this 5 minutes past the show, okay? Jeff, as you were talking, as she was talking to you,
yeah.
Was it believable to you?
Yeah.
Did you feel what she was doing, what she was saying?
Yeah, I felt what she was saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to
Is it
ask this
because-
though.
Yeah.
While you're asking that, let me before you move the conversation forward. Did you feel it had anything to do with the project you were working on? Because that's what I
Exactly.
was getting.
You know, it might have. It might have. You know what I mean? And in terms of just how everything else is gonna move in terms of the future and everything, I think that's probably in relation to everything that I'm doing and learning now.
Okay, but
You know what I mean?
let's keep it 100. Okay.
Yeah.
As she was saying it, you were confirming some of the stuff as well. Okay, which and this is what gets me on this part here. You were confirming it, and Dina reacted again. Okay, then you confirmed some more, and she reacted again. So, how much of that? And Dina, again, this is not discrediting you.
Oh no, I get it. No, I understand.
How much of that, Jeff? I mean, is you were just saying, yeah, that is what's happening to me. You know, that's what's going on. You know, that's what's happening. Okay. And I guess in your mind, you could probably say, well, how would she know that? Okay. But could she have known that from the conversation?
Maybe. And this is speaking from clearly like a skepticism. You know what I mean? That type of side, if somebody was to, you know, how Greg is asking me, you know, there's a slight chance that somebody could say, yeah, possibly, you know what I mean? Because of the dialogue that's going back and forth, you know, it's certain, like, I understand what Greg is saying. It's stuff that I say, and then you hear me, you say, I hear you, and it's more that dialogue. Like you said earlier, that conversation, you know what I mean? So wherever it comes from, whether some people could call it divine intervention, you know what I mean? Or it could be something along the nature of two people having that positive vibe or connectivity, you know what I mean? I'm gonna spit to y'all like this. I see it as where positivity is, I will accept that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where so when Dina says to me that it's something where she's pulling from a positive source or something like that, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that.
Okay, but
so,
you know, as I'm listening, some of the same things is what we've been telling you all along. You are
and it is.
We've been
and
saying,
sometimes it takes somebody else to say it, right? Like when you have friends telling you something
Yeah.
over and over again, and you go to a counselor or somebody you don't really know, you're like, okay, if I'm hearing this, and honestly, your friends are getting messages from divine guidance as well. A lot of times people think that they're not.
That's true.
They're not hearing angels. They can't hear angels. They can't hear their loved ones who have passed. Well, guess who they work through? They work through the people that are closer to you, because they don't just manifest and show up right there in person. So they're going to find, if you hear lyrics in a song, even you turn on the radio. I'll tell you what, my son went to war. He was in Iraq, did 3 tours. When I dropped him off at the bus when he was really young, like 18, 19 years old, I was shaking. And the first song that came out, I've never heard it since. I don't even know what song it was. It was some kind of disco song, and I don't remember, but it just kept saying over and over, repetitive lyrics. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. I was like, oh, okay. So sometimes signs are different places where you least expect it. And I will be honest, I wasn't really prepared to be on the spot to do readings. I thought I was just going to kind of talk about what led me to this and how and I know all of our technology stuff problems kind of cut that short. So we kind of just got right down to the readings. But I wanted to give a little bit background about where that comes from. And I totally get it, Greg. I get where your questions are coming from. And it's refreshing for me, because usually I'm in a group and doing readings where people are all kind of already in that metaphysical, spiritual world. So it's a really good practice, I should say, to talk to people and kind of, bring it down to another level and try to just show the practical side of it. That, like I said, I don't want it. It's not, and maybe because it's not mysterious and mystical and stuff, it seems like it's just practical advice, like you're talking to a friend. But that's truly where people are benefiting from what I do, is making it feel like I don't want them to necessarily feel like they just talk to a psychic. I want to feel like they talk to somebody who got some good advice and was passing it on to them. Again, it doesn't come from me. I'm getting the messages, but it shouldn't really feel like it's scary or, woo-woo, as we call it.
Yeah, it's right? Not scary. We appreciate you, Dina, coming on the show. wisdomofshadowandlight.net is her website. You can get in contact with her if you want to get a reading and everything. I would imagine that that information is on her site as well.
Yep.
Dina, I want you to have the last words.
Oh, Thank you. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for your patience with me with this crazy technology. I don't know what was going on, but I had a blast. I had a fun time talking with you guys. And again, don't be afraid of psychics, but be discerning about who you go to, right? Maybe not those late night ones on the phone are the best. It's like any other business, go by referrals. Go by your gut instinct more than anything else. Again, my first experience with the psychic was really interesting because she was all about angels, and I didn't even realize that I had picked her until she pointed out that I have this angel connection, and she had all these like little angel statues and things around her. And it was an interesting reading because I mentioned my son going to war. I was worried about him before he left, and she told me he's going to be fine, but he's going to be surrounded by blood. Well, that sounded really scary to me. Well, guess what his job was? He worked in medical supplies, so he was always surrounded by plasma, things like that. So when you hear messages, sometimes it doesn't click right away, but it might go later on. But yeah, check out my website, and I'm happy to do 30-minute or hour readings, aura and/or cards, whatever anybody's really into. I'm there.
Wisdom of Shadow and Light is her .net. I'm sorry, is her website. Dina, we thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you guys.
Yes,
Dina.
thank you.
Thanks. Tomorrow we have Bofing and Stagger. You got a movie out called Lost Vegas. Y'all check it out. It's on Tubi. Then come and join us tomorrow night. He's going to talk about that and everything else that he does. All right. It's Dope Living TV Live. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Peace.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.